Migrants are celebrating the U.S. Supreme Court ruling that the Remain in Mexico policy can end. It forced asylum seekers to stay in Mexico until a court could hear their case. Allen Orr joins us now from the state of Tennessee. He's a former president of the American Immigration Lawyers Association and the founder of the Orr Immigration Law Firm. Thank you so much for joining us. First, your reaction to the Supreme Court's decision. Did you expect that?
We did not expect that. It's a wonderderful win. We were excited about the decision on many fronts.
Well, what does that decision mean for the backlog of cases and the thousands of migrants at the border and those still trying to make it across? Give us the bigger picture here, what this all means.
Right. So I think, unfortunately, it doesn't mean that much because there are two big things facing immigrants at our southern border. Those things are Title 42, which is now in federal court in the same status as this Remain in Mexico, with the federal judge doing a national hold restraint on it that maybe will go away based on this decision by the Supreme Court, basically saying that this executive branch has the right to set their immigration policies for a federal level. So we won't see anything immediately happen to the large number of people who are waiting outside of our border who've been waiting for 1 to 2 years. What I hope will happen is that President Biden will end the Remain in Mexico 2.0, which he started under Mayorkas, tonight, and say, we're not doing this anymore. People can come to the border just like they do at every other port and apply for the appropriate way to enter the United States.
What are you hearing among the immigration legal community? And let's touch back the second part of this question, what happens next for the people affected? I know you said no immediate changes, but what are they doing now? What are some of the movements that you can see here?
Yeah, so once again, I can't express it enough how bad or how it hurt with the last administration to set up so many hurdles to someone coming to this country. So as I basically said, it's a win on paper today because people are still facing Title 42 and tremendous backlogs for trying to enter this country. There will not be a fast solution by the resolution of this case. As a matter of fact, if the administration changes and we get some other president who chooses to go in a different direction with the migrant population, it could also be harmful to the immigrants seeking to come to the United States, because we would also go to federal court to sort of look for these injunctions. And now this court said that is not a relief for you anymore. So it's a problem in the future if things don't remain the same with the humanitarian sort of administration in place. So that's our primary concern. But with regards to today, individuals on the ground can celebrate that they know the Remain in Mexico policy, the Biden administration could end it as he promised in his presidential campaign. What it doesn't do is give any relief to anybody.
You mentioned Remain in Mexico 2.0. What else are you anticipating when it comes to immigration reform, immigration policy from this Biden administration? When you see all of the other issues he's dealing with domestically and internationally, where does immigration fall on his list of priorities?
Right. So unfortunately for us in the United States, this really falls on Congress. So the president should be enforcing the laws that are made by Congress. And our problem is right now that Congress hasn't acted on immigration in over 25 years. So I need Congress to step up and pass a comprehensive immigration reform that addresses the needs of the American people in this century. Our immigration laws date back to the 80s, and that's just not the way immigration works today, and nor does it meet the need. In addition to that, all we basically have done is taken a stick to the border, and that's not the way to sort of handle problems of migration in this world, specifically when many migrants are moving because of the environment. So we need to change the policy, and that has to be done by Congress. Doing something by the executive branch gets us exactly into this game where it depends on who's president as to what the policy is, and that's not the way to run a country.
And I got to ask, you're mentioning Congress, how concerned are you about the midterm elections coming up?
I was very concerned, but the jurisprudence, meaning the law philosophy that's coming out of this recent Supreme Court, will activate a lot of people in the middle and to the left to maybe show up to vote, because we've changed laws that have been in place for almost 80 years. I mean, 80 years worth of laws in such a short period of time. This year, the many opinions that came from this Supreme Court were drastically changed from what I learned in law school.
Allen Orr, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.